Said you needed space. Said you needed more time to think. So you went away. But you still would stay in my dream. Now you're back for more. Why you in my reality? My head closed the door. Even though my heart just won't leave. That was then, can't go back. Hurts so bad, had to block out the memory. If we try again, start from scratch. You wanna pick up where we left off, but you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long. Since you've been gone away so long. I forgot your middle name, I forgot your birthday. You still wear cologne the same, like it in the worst way. You've been gone away. Since you've been gone away, 50, 11 days, 50, 11. I lost count of all the weeks that you have your way. Wouldn't pick a fight when you'd leave. Now you're back for more. Did you find the healing you see? Or did you realize that I'm everything that you need? That was bad. Yeah. So bad. Had to block out the memory. Yeah. Started from scratch. You wanna pick up where we left off, but you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long. You've been gone. Since you've been gone away, so long. I forgot your middle name, I forgot your birthday. You still wear cologne the same, love it in the worst way. You've been gone away. Since you've been gone away, I forgot your middle name, I forgot your birthday, your favorite position. Do we still have chemistry? Yeah. Since you've been gone away so long.
Since you've been gone away. Good evening. Since I've been gone away. Trying to get seated here. Since I've been gone away since the last broadcast. Shout out to the mob. All my other bears I call the grizzlies and the honey bears. Please hit the like on your way in. I'm Teddy, and you are listening to Night Talk. So already we have a few extra folks coming in. We are live right now on Facebook and here on YouTube. Watch this. Yeah, everyone is listening to this broadcast on YouTube. Okay. So, yes, last night I spent less than 25 minutes going live. It was very late, and tonight I will probably spend maybe the same. Yeah, I'm in a stretch of getting things accomplished, like checking some boxes and dates coming up. Thursday is my deadline to get documents, paperwork, respond to the court, and I am, got to get that done. So, working on it. In the meantime, there are other things that I'm doing as well. Yeah. And staying focused, at least trying to remain that way. So who is out there in the chat? I'm not looking at it. We could put it up, but I haven't. I'll just leave that there for now. Interesting. We have 22 people. How about that? Everybody over on YouTube. What's going on? Oh, you want to get some information. I know. What do you want to know? By the way, you can email me at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. Shout out also to my moderators, coming into the chat right now. Baby Juju and Vicky Black. Let's see who is in the chat beside my moderators. Got Gia, Latoya, Blessed. Mhm. And the rest of you are hanging out on the periphery or out the bushes. Oh, I saw a picture today of something kind of interesting. Mhm. I know I use that word a lot, interesting, but it was. Yeah. Mhm. I did. Oh, if I could just, I cross one hurdle at a time. And let me tell you, people have put up some definite roadblocks. Oh, yes, I see something. And if I get past this first hurdle, I will tell you what at least one, perhaps two very specific things that were done. Again, to try and thwart me going to the next step. Yeah, they're really doing a couple things. Yeah, they are. Mhm. Oh, so we've got someone over on Facebook. Who is that, Annette? It is. Mhm. All right. At the bottom of the chat, Kia. Kia loves that juicy tea. Mm. A TikTok, Vicky. TikTok is for me. Yeah. Mhm. And then there will be a waiting period of probably like a week, maybe less, for a response. See, my judge and magistrate, they respond quickly. They they, they don't wait. They, you know, which I guess on some level is a good thing because they don't have to respond quickly. No, some of these I'm learning of these federal cases. Some judges don't respond for 8, 9 months, some longer on one thing. Yeah, they, when I heard that today, I was speaking with someone. I said they can take 6, 8 months, 6 to 8 months. Yeah. So I guess, yeah. Let me know. Let me know. And yeah, the judge, these Levy, she's on it. And the magistrate. So, um, yeah. And there's a lot of judges in the federal court, and they're very busy. But some have backlogs. It just depends on who you get. Some have backlogs, but they're all busy. They are. Mhm. So, Again, I'm just preparing my audience. This is the second time that I've had to show cause of why the service to that address in Dover, Delaware, shouldn't be set aside as the place where Daniel Robertson is served, can be satisfactorily served, at least to the judge. And also, I'm going to say this. Her latest filing with YouTube, when she struck me. No, wait a minute. That one was, oh, there's so many. That's Alana. No. Jeez. She has so many different names. She has Wilson. She has, okay, two. She has Ashley Williams. Alana Wilson is why I always have to pause, because it's, AW. And now she has resorted to, she uses multiple alias, multiple addresses, multiple. So now she's put down one out of Bend, Oregon again. All right. She's very slick. I said it like that. Slick. It's a slang, but she fits it very well. She knows exactly what she's doing to try and hide her identity. Yeah. This Oregon registered agent. And there's other folks that follow her. It's like a whole group of these people. And Delaware, again, is the reason that state is chosen, because entities can set up and, and their identity be very well hidden. And it takes a lot of maneuvering and still trying to find the entity's name. That's a challenge. Yep. Because she's hiding it. But she is an entity. She is, and we just gotta find her. The name. The name. But she's out there. Cover up. Yes, it's near Washington. Yeah. Oh, people can, live anywhere in this country and choose a registered agent outside of the state in which they reside. But there's people smarter than her that didn't remain hidden. Mm, yeah, yeah. She obviously has done this before, and people around her, she wasn't her age always, right? She learned this somewhere, the meaning of what it is to hide and why. Mm, yeah. So I will say that. So again, just prepping my audience that listens on a regular basis, and even those who uh, we don't want to come in and just troll. Hmm. It says Central Oregon. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Yes, God, God knows exactly where she is right now. Mhm. He knows where she is. Yeah. Mhm. And if she files her taxes, which all of us are, that deadline is coming up too. Yeah. Unless you file an extension. Yeah. Yeah. And that's okay if you do. But she has identifiers. We just need to confirm them, find out what they are. It's gonna take a lot. Mhm. So I'm just letting you know. Whatever happens, I can tell you this. Let's go back to um, 2023. Okay. When this individual and other individuals would say, you know, um, something about us, stop saying what you're going to do and do it, or you know, running your gums or whatever hour she said it. She wasn't honest about that. This is proof. Because if she was all about that, she would give correct information. She said sewer. She didn't mean that. She doesn't want to be sued. No, she doesn't want to show up. She doesn't want to give information where she can be found. She doesn't want to respond. She wants to remain hidden. And she will consider it if she can't, if the ruling isn't not in my favor, as a win, because she can say, ah, see, you can't find me. I can, change this or change that. Just like the receipt I played that she struck from X when she was boasting about uh, giving my attorney the wrong information a couple of years ago. And then after the time limit with the YouTube, then she said, you don't have any more connection to me. Of course, she didn't say it like that. It was, F this, F that, B, 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 you B, you B, you B. Oh, it's foul. So if she's all about that, why doesn't she want someone to hear her say these things? If she's really all that and hidden, it shouldn't matter, right? It shouldn't matter if someone hears that voice or voice over your voice. Distortion, if that's what it is. It shouldn't matter because you're hidden. But I think it matters. Yeah. Because she does not want people to know what she's really like. No. She wants to control it. Mhm. Oh, we have 35 now listening. All right. Joanne says, wants to be anyone else but themselves. She has so many aliases. Okay. She's been a man several times on email to YouTube in her earlier before. She's just had so many, because I've been struck over 200 times. So she's been Malcolm. She's been a Asian woman. What's her name? Inger something. Gosh, what is her name? Where's my email? She's just been. You pick it. She has a lot of alias. Gmail. Mm-hmm. What is that? Let's see. Find one of these. There it is. Here you are, Malcolm. Where you are. Let's see. Oh, this is from, let's see. Hello, Malcolm. That's what you are. Let's pull up Malcolm. I'll just, wait a minute. Yeah. Here we go. I'll pull up a portion of it. There you go, Malcolm. That's her or him. What is the pronoun? Whatever. He, she, it, they, them, whatever. I swear under penalty of perjury that I have good faith belief the material was removed due to a mistake. Another fraudulent claim. I consent to the jurisdiction of the federal district court for the district in which my address is located, or if my address is outside of the United States, the judicial district in which the YouTube is located, and will accept service process from the claimant. But here recently, in all of them, she's not accepting the service process for the address that she has put down. Or at least she's remaining quiet like she didn't receive it, and I really think she did. But yes, y'all didn't know. Malcolm, I have a list of names that I could show you that I've been struck under. She's a man, she's a woman, whatever. It's nothing for this anonymous individual to just, what did she say? Just pull a name and she's whoever she wants to be. This is what I'm up against. So if it comes back, it's not going to be quote unquote my fault. She doesn't want to get caught, and it's just going to take some time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of others. Yeah. Mm-hmm. How is it this individual can put their finger right on someone who they see for the very first time? I think they're using LexisNexis. Yes, I do. It's one of their tools. I do. Mhm. I think they have someone in the legal background helping them as well. Mhm. Mhm. Like access to tools and information. Mhm. It's not one person. No, she can't do all this on her own. Hey, I see cups of conversations. Good evening. Mhm. Yeah, let's just keep it up. There we are. Robot Malcolm Smith, 915 at Gmail. That's probably an account that is since been, she just creates them for YouTube, and then once it's over with, then she ditches that one. Yeah, it's crazy. Joanne says she's received it at least twice now. She just doesn't wish to legally respond. So she's just sitting like a lame duck with no way out and nowhere to turn to until and unless the judge, they just throw it out, dismiss it. Then she'll come out. Mm-hmm. I wonder will she come out and laugh about it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, get that on tape. Okay, we're gonna see. I have told each and every one of you, it's a day by day. When you never know how things go. It's that's just the way it is. But no one's going to be able to say that I didn't, and that I'm going to continue. Mm-hmm. No, this person needs to be brought to justice. Yeah. You can email me at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. Um, what is this? Yet she avoids addressing what's real. Any other thing, she's all in the mix. I have not been watching videos, the least of which are hers, but I'm sure. What is this? From France. She's the statue of bigotry. Hmm. You think she's probably German or Swedish, or you're saying Teddy Anker is probably German or Swedish? Yeah. Cub says she's so big and bad, but really scared as a mouse. Yeah. Yes, if she has that much evidence, that much proof, that much receipts, and such a strong argument, come on out. See what you got. Let's see what you got, Danielle. The website maker. What you got? Who you hiding? Or who's hiding you? Who's covering up for you? Yeah, let's David Johnson. That was her, David Johnson. One or two. Black Rabbit told me, don't open that letter from David Johnson. So I actually put it in the trash. I never opened it for a year. And I hadn't emptied my trash. That was in 2021 when the letter came. And then 2022, I had that long sabbatical when all my channels went down. So I was cleaning up my trash in my email. And I came across David Johnson. I said, let me open it. And wow, it was all this information. 2 docs nosy whole life. Like this person wanted her docs. In the same way that people can send information, to, I will say, our content creators, to try to convince people to say or do things, or yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's get Malcolm off the screen. Annette says, ladies, hello. Just relaxing. Is there any music playing in the background? I don't think so. I don't have my headphones on. No. I guess there is, and that's all right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. It's 10:51. I said I wasn't going to stay on long, and here it is, 35 minutes. Yeah. So I did pull up um, X. Where is it? That Congresswoman, Jasmine Crockett. There she is. Um, in the House of Representatives. So she's getting so much every day. She's something or someone is talking about Jasmine Crockett for her uh, outspoken, and now it's really um, it's just bordering on, well, she calls it free speech, but maybe it's just all for the show. At first, when I started talking about Jasmine Crockett, who is this to follow? They send people to follow. I said she's smart. She's a lawyer. I wonder if she's playing it up for the camera. Who's behind this? Because now she hurls the F-bomb and things that she says. I'm quickly. I know there's lots of people that do it, but well, listen to this African American woman talk about what it means to her.
Tell me she fighting for my civil rights? I don't think so, baby. And Booker T. Washington was so fucking right, and I hated to hear him say that when he said what he said about black people voting and black people being involved in politics. I have never saw fight so hard, a group fight so hard for the economic decline of the country that was built by my ancestors for free, and now I can get a piece of the pie. No, what my ancestors went through will not be in vain, since y'all love identity politics so much. At this point, I'm convinced that if you still voting Democrat and you black, you are under a generational curse. It ain't working, boo-boo. It's time to switch it up. It is absolutely insanity for you to keep voting for the same exact thing and expecting different results. It ain't working, babe. Give it up. I literally used to go in there and just vote Democrat because I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. Y'all don't do that. Don't be me. Look that shit up. See what is going on. Find out policies. Get away from identity politics.
I think some people are just really frustrated because I vote Democrat. I voted for Vice President Kamala Harris. I did. She lost. You did. She cups. Okay. There's a lot of feedback. I didn't even play the entire thing, but here she is. She a Delta. Someone here says this is U.S. Representative Jasmine Crockett, who has been all over the news lately. Don't be fooled. She's nothing but a plant. She is a member of Delta Theta Sigma sorority and most likely a Masonic Eastern Star. She is bought and paid for and playing a role to cause. There she's, you can see her. Mm-hmm. Wow. Different people say different things. I just, being a congresswoman with a voice, someone asked her if you were to meet Elon Musk. It was, I guess, a reporter. Just ask her. What would you say? She said, Immediately, F off. That's what she would tell Elon Musk. The richest man in the world. He used some wisdom. Really? No matter how much you dislike him, you might learn something. This is my opinion, guys. I wouldn't tell Elon Musk to F off. No. I wouldn't. Even if I disagreed with most of his positions. I don't know. It is a totally different generation. It is a totally, I don't know how to relate to these. Yes, I would not. I don't care what people say. This is how I think. And other people can think too. I would want to have a conversation with him. Really? Really? If you had an opportunity, you wouldn't want to have that kind of conversation with him? That's what you would say to him? Really? This is my opinion. It is. Everybody to each his own. She may rise to the top, and she is rising to the top for the party. But if she's going to be the face of the party, I'm not going to vote for her. I'm sorry. Right now, the way I feel, she's not my pick. Some of the things she says, I agree with, but I don't like her approach. But then her approach is working. And I wonder what's driving it. Now, she does her homework on some things. However, she has, everybody doesn't get it right all the time. But if she's coming across as the stereotype that people think about, is that going to help? This is just me. I'm older than she is. I think differently than she does. Her issues are real. They are. But if you watch her, a lot of it is, I'm beginning to think a lot of it is performance. Watch her. Watch when she's speaking. I can listen to her more than I can sometimes watch her. Because when she's speaking, a lot of times then she gets animated, but then she starts bouncing up and down in her chair, pointing, flipping her hair, and it's more theatrical. It's my impression. Does it take all that? But it gets the attention, and this is what is it's where we're at in this day and age. It's about media. It's about that's what you do. It's the camera. And it's getting people to talk about you, whether it's good or bad. It's talk. So she's smart in that way. That's why I'm thinking that some of this, I think, is either an act, some of it, or she is truly believes in everything she says, and she's going to be the new, someone said Maxine Waters. Okay. I don't. Okay, so I see Cup saying she's a millennial. Malcolm X. But did you see Malcolm X speaking in such a way? Yes, it was strong. It was this. But was he cursing everyone out at every chance he got? When have you heard a woman do this? Be so disrespectful for herself. To me, this is just, again, I'm older, so I see it differently. I do. And yes, she throws some, yeah, that's how she kind of got her, what she said to, what is it, Green? Not the bad built, bleach, blonde, but she used a term that if it would be turned the other way, and I'm not in defense, but you've got to listen to some of this. Hurling the insults. That's not all she said. Okay. And who did she recently? This is probably. She was on, let me see. I want to get it right. I think just Byron Donald. Mm-hmm. He's a Republican U.S. representative. And she was on Charlemagne, the Breakfast Club. And she attacked his, well, some people would say it wasn't an attack. It's just, she did say something about, him being whitewashed because he's married to a white woman. But she said it kind of differently, like, what did she say? The fact that you're sitting around talking about life was better under Jim Crow. Okay, so she starts off. That's a good point. But then she comes and says, is this because you don't understand history, or literally it's because you married a white woman? That has got so much attention. And here is why. Here is why. If Byron the congressman. Let me just. What is his wife's name? Well, we'll just call her Miss Donald. It's one thing to criticize him as a Republican issue, but she called him skin folk and then whitewash for having a white wife. You know, like saying, not all our skin folk are kinfolk. That was, let's just call it what it is. Let's call it what it is. People could say, well, she's not being racist. She can't be racist. But if you would reverse it and or say, okay, Kamala Harris, she married a white, a Jewish husband. Nobody's complaining about that. Jasmine Crockett's not complaining about that. Oh, we can go down the list. So why did she make that an issue? Where did that come from? So if he, is married to a white woman, and he is, so could she say, oh, look at everybody else who's married to somebody white? Does that whitewash them too in Washington? It's on both sides. There's a lot of Democrats that are married, Black Democrats who have spouses that are not Black. All right. And she didn't have to make it about race. Yeah. So she's getting kind of a reputation now. Mm-hmm. Unfiltered. Some of the things I can, I can listen to and agree with her. But some of the things recently are turning me off. If it were today and she were on the ticket, she wouldn't get my vote. I'm being honest. I don't know a lot about her, but what I see on the surface, I don't like it. I think she could do better. I think it doesn't take some of that. And again, generational, her background, but she comes from privilege. She went to private school. Comes from money. But then they say, when she gets in a certain environment, then she puts on a different air. So is that real or is it fake? Or is she doing it for the camera? Now, someone could say, oh, you're being tough on Jen. No. Because when I see someone come along and they're young, I'm hopeful, like, wow, I'm impressed. And now the direction she's headed is if she's going to be the face of the Democratic Party, the Republicans are going to win again. They are going to win again. Period. I didn't say it as vocal last time. But if this is what the Democrats are going to get behind and put up in front, they're going to lose. So they need a winning strategy. This ain't it. This is my opinion. She ain't it. And I'm putting it like that. She's not the one. Sure, she's got a big mouth, as they say, a big voice, and she can carry a tune and all of that. And she's sassy. And that's, part of being a Texan. Yeah. And yes, Trump says he has said some and done some awful things. But I'm looking at her as representing the Democratic Party, as a young woman coming up, and they're talking about she could be our next president. I think not. She won't get my vote. She's just not right now. No, no. No. You need to listen to her. I was impressed at first. I was. But I say she's stepping into some territory, and she really needs to be careful. I think so. I know some TLC from some strong black women, but you can be a strong black woman without, there were strong black women in history that didn't take anything. Yeah, and spoke their mind. They did. But I think the language now, it's anything goes. It's anything and everything. Yeah. Latoya said, who said Jasmine was the face of, well, okay, so Angela Davis, yeah. Yeah, activist. They've taken, who's taking these polls, right? Or maybe who are they pushing out front and saying is coming up, and who isn't getting the airtime? She's getting so much, airtime because of what, how she's, coming across for the camera, and people like that. At least the news, that sells paper. Look, I'm talking about it. I'm just not playing some of the things that I was kind of stunned. Yeah, I guess I wasn't ready for this in Congress. I mean, it's coming from a lot of people, in Congress. I've never heard. She's not the only one. No. Oh my goodness. And yeah, black, white, it's on both sides of the aisle. The colleagues, I think, is just disrespectful, but I'm focusing on her because she is now becoming, they said, the face of the Democratic Party. If that's what we have to look to, yeah, I don't think so. Then more are going to say, demand that the leadership change. Yeah. You didn't hear Susan Rice doing all this, at least not in front of the camera. No. It didn't take all that. Yeah, I guess that's more of a. All right, so more of an activist stand, I guess. You know, politicians, yes, they are definitely supposed to be the voice for the people. Yes. I don't know. I'm not, I wasn't ready for this, but I guess I got to get ready for it. Yeah. I'm just speaking my mind. I think she could do better from that point of view because it's turning off a lot of people and it's turning on a lot of people too. Yes, she's got a lot of support. Yeah. So I'm just going to watch and see how it goes. But if people are going to get, you know, incited or whatever, do things, and then she say, well, peaceful. There's some people that look for a reason to do things, just like those rioters on January the 6th, who should be, some of them should still be locked up. Yeah. Mhm. So I'm not for either one side or the other. It's just, I look at her as, you know, she should have and does have a bright future ahead of her, a lot of years ahead of her. I just wonder what she's going to do with them next. Yeah. Because if the former Vice President Kamala Harris couldn't get it across the line with, how many millions was it? If she becomes the face, it's going to be a loss. I'm just saying. The Republicans are going to win again. If that's the best we can do, if that's the best we got to look forward to, then the Republicans are going to they're going to win for a long time. It's just my opinion. Mm-hmm. Wow. She's a beautiful young lady. I just think she could do, yeah, that's just me. Okay, what else? There's lots and lots and lots that can be said. There she is. It says, leave the thumbs up in the comments if you think she should be censured or expelled or investigated for threats. Black Lives. Oh boy, look at this one. Okay, so here she is.
And I don't understand why we're wasting taxpayer dollars. Next time, tell your big boy to show up and be ready to handle the woman in the room who hopefully will become the next president of the United States. And the final thing that I will say is that this election, I didn't ask you a question. The final thing that I will say is that this election is the best example of why y'all are so afraid of diversity, equity, and inclusion, because then you can't have a simple-minded, underqualified white man somehow end up ascending. Instead, you've got to pay attention to the qualified black woman that is on the other side. And with that, I will yield. The only reason we're having this hearing is because somebody got their feelings hurt in a debate. And I don't understand why we're wasting taxpayer dollars. Next time, tell your big boy to.
So why don't you debate Byron Donalds, the African American on the other side that wanted to debate her? She said you don't want to debate the African American instead of saying something about his white wife. That's what the other side is saying.
It is on the other side, and with that, I will yield. The only reason we're having this hearing is because somebody got their feelings hurt in a debate. And I don't understand why we're wasting taxpayer dollars. Next time, tell your big boy to show up and be ready to handle the woman in the room who hopefully will become the next president of the United States. And the final thing that I will say is that this election, I didn't ask you a question. The final thing that I will say is that this election is.
I don't know. That's a good point, LaToya Woods. Democrats just won the Supreme Court with all that money that was put behind. That's right. Elon Musk. All that money. Yeah. And no, that didn't work out. I would just challenge, anyone that things can be said with maybe a little bit more tactfulness, a little grace, and you can still get your point across. Kia says, I wonder what Candace Owens would say about this. Oh, I haven't listened to her in a long time. I used to listen to her recently, but with everything that I'm trying to get done, I haven't. Yeah, that would be a good one to see. Let's see. Teddy, they did have a conversation on the Breakfast Club. I think they asked her about that. I'll have to look into it. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I could. We can talk about it. Yeah, when I give us some more time, dig into the background, pull up more clips or whatever. Yeah. Joanne says, I threw in the towel when Kamala had Megan Thee Stallion twerking. What were they thinking? Maybe appealing to a younger audience? But that didn't work. I guess. You're done. Teddy, I agree. Throwing insults is not going to work for the American people or get anything done. It's just going to be the biggest turnoff. I mean, she's not going to get suburban women. She's not going to get... Come on. I'm talking about who is she going to get? Yeah, she's going to get, votes. I'm talking about winning. Yeah. Sure, she's going to get money behind her, but I'm talking about winning. Gia says, Joanne, don't even tell me. I'm cleaning and sterilizing tools at the clinic right now, hiding in the broom closet from the care nurses, wishing I were. Are you working the graveyard shift? I'm familiar with that. Give a pie. Watch out for the Karens. Yeah, they're always near the broom closet, so you better be careful. If you think you're gonna duck in there. Oh boy. Okay. Anyway, it's 11:30. I've done my hour more than I thought I was going to, and yeah. I gotta get some rest. Gonna be busy tomorrow, so don't know if I'm going to join you in the morning. Just depends on how many things I can get done. I might, though. I might. All right. What else? You never know what you're gonna get on in Night Talk. Yeah. What is this? They'll be waiting with arms folded. Yes, Teddy. Yes. I'm telling you. All right, Biggie Black. Thank you for throwing up. Great commentary. Good night, Teddy and the mob. Great live. Email me and go ahead and hit the like if you care to. On your way out, biggest bear hugs go out. And the honey bears. And that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Good night.
You're never here when my tears dry. You're never around to see me thrive. When it's my birthday or my day off, you got other plans and can't show up. But when life deals me a hand, all of a sudden you're the first to come. Always there to help and listen. You're just a friend when I come undone. I have to fall apart to get to see you again. You only have a heart when mine is bleeding. Some kind of friend. If I would win the lottery, you wouldn't be happy for me. But if I blew it all in one day, you'd be there to help my pain away. 'Cause in tricky situations, you are the best friend that I've ever had. But it's such a funny feeling when you get enjoyment of seeing me sad. I have to fall apart to get to see you again. You only have a heart when mine is bleeding. Some kind of friend. You're never here when my tears dry. You're never around to see me thrive. I guess you hate when I feel great, and love it when I made a new mistake. I have to fall apart to get to see you again. You only have a heart when mine is bleeding. Some kind